the year again to predict or try and predict the 2026 Premier League of Darts lineup. Now, of course, we all watched the World Championship. We also saw the stories that unfolded in there, and we all saw the sort of things that happened during the tournament. Of course, things happened that we didn't expect. Stephen Bunting going out early, Danny Noppert, Nathan Aspinall, and quite a lot more as well. Getaway Price getting demolished. Some of those results have had an implication to my lineup predictions. Some of them haven't. We'll start off with the first four then. So Luke Littler, the back-to-back world champion, Luke Humphries, Jan van Veen, Michael van Gerwen. Those four are guaranteed in the Premier League due to the order of merit. The Premier League, first four players go in as the top four in the world. So whoever the top four in the world are post World Darts Championship final go in as the first four players. Now, the next four players, there's so many on the list that you could potentially name. Potentially Danny Noppert, Stephen Bunting, Nathan Aspinall, Chris Dobey, Damon Heta, Josh Rock, Rob Cross, Ryan Searle. He obviously got to the World Championship semi-final. First one I've got is Johnny Clayton, world number 5. Only just misses out on the top 4 in the rankings. Not just that, he's had a solid year in the obviously the Welsh number 1. You want to have at least one Welsh player in the field, I believe, for Cardiff, because obviously you have all English players in there for the English ones. You normally have a Dutchman. There's a high chance you have a Scot in there, and Johnny Clayton does get sort of the crowd on their feet as well, doesn't he? Especially with the finger point, the big scoring that he can produce. Johnny Clayton is in. 6, Getaway Price. Now, Gezi, I feel, has to be in there. I feel he has to be in there for 2 reasons. One, that loss to Wesley Placier is a shock and a freak result. I don't think if that game was to happen again, that would be the same scoreline. So that's my first point. Second point is, I generally believe Gezi is playing the best darts he's ever played in his life. He's averaging like 90 to 100 and losing. He's averaging 90 to 100 and winning. It's overall so solid for him at the moment. And I just look at performances from other players. Stephen Bunting, Nathan Aspinall, are they anywhere near Gezi Price on his day? I'm not too sure. And plus, he's a familiar face. You want the Premier League to be familiar faces. You don't want someone flicking through to the Premier League and seeing, I don't know, Ross Smith against Martin Schindler. There's a lot of people that will know both of them, but for the casual fan, they won't. 7th, Josh Rock. Great year again. I think he's up to world number 9, I think, Josh Rock. He's an entertainer. Not just is he an entertainer, but he's an absolute quality dart player. Lost to Justin Hood 4-0 in the World Championships. Now, should he have beat Justin Hood, probably fancied him to beat Gary Anderson. Could have beat Jan van Veen, and he could be in a World Darts Championship final. I don't think him losing 4-0 to Justin Hood should have a worry of him in the Premier League. I don't think that should be something that they should say, oh, he lost 4-0 to Justin Hood, he can't be in the Premier League now. I just don't see a way in which they can really do that. And then 8th player is Gary Anderson. Now, I've put Gary Anderson 8th, even though he's actually world number 6, so he should be above Gezi and Josh Rock. But I've put him there because I don't know if he would accept it. I don't know if he would accept the invitation for the Premier League. Now, if they turned to Gary Anderson and said, you're in the Premier League, and he said no, then it should probably go to Ryan Searle. Ryan Searle, of course, getting to the semi-final of the World Championship, and I think being 8th in the world or 7th in the world. So I would like them to put Ryan Searle in ahead of Gary Anderson if Gary Anderson declines the invitation. But I think that if you ask Gary Anderson, do you want to play in the in the Premier League, he would say yes. So I've gone Luke Littler, Luke Humphries, Jan van Veen, Michael van Gerwen, of course, the full guarantees. And then I've gone Johnny Clayton, Getaway Price, Josh Rock and Gary Anderson. Let me know your thoughts down below. I assume it's going to stick to 8 players. If it is 10, I'd probably put Stephen Bunting and maybe Nathan Aspinall in, potentially. But again, maybe Ryan Searle. I'm not too sure. But if it is 8, which I assume it will be, that is my prediction. Let me know yours down below. And roll on Premier League lineup announcement.